There's just 21 cars left out of the 50 that started this round of Junkyard Joust, the main event. Hi everybody, I'm Aaron Yonda, and welcome to the second half of Heat 2 of the main event. All 10 teams are still in this competition. Some of them only have one car left, but it's still anyone's match. A quick recap of the scores. Emerald Undercurrent are currently in the lead with 13 points, Copperhead's at 9, and a lot of other teams tied in third place. But as usual, the key here is survival. Doesn't matter how many points you have if you have no cars left on the field. Fan predictions: 38% of Junkyard Joust fans have predicted that Massive Transit will win this particular match, followed by Emerald Undercurrent and then Junkyard Domestic Market. The running order is up. The Emerald Undercurrent are starting out this round with Berserk. There goes that saw blade. Emerald still has 4 cars in this match. The closest team to them right now is the Copperheads, who have 3 left, and they're going to send down Nucleon. Nucleon, a nice hit there, sends Berserk off the track, but Berserk makes an excellent recovery, and Nucleon backs a little bit back down the track. That's going to be kind of a tough position. Aquaman could take advantage of this and send Nucleon right off the track. Aquaman cannot get Nucleon off the track. Look at that recovery. Nucleon flipping and landing right up in the front there, safe behind that safety bar. Amazing job there by Nucleon. Rising Heat smacks into Aquaman, gets a little bit underneath. That's definitely going to be a potential issue for Aquaman. Let's see if he can escape the peril that he's been put in by Rising Heat. Massive Transit. They've got 2 left. Here comes the Articulated Bus. Articulated Bus, look at that hit. Wow, cars are spinning everywhere, and did you see that? Right at the end, Nucleon gets flipped upside down. That is rough. It's not a safe spot after all. Rising Heat is upside down, and man, Aquaman makes a great recovery after being punted right off the track by that bus. Huge hit, and that bus is in a little bit of danger here. Let's see what happens when the Sakura Sprinter hits him in the back. Sakura Sprinter, ooh, he nudges the bus up into the crates and just kind of sticks him there and deploys the secret weapon successfully. Now it is going to be a different kind of track. Let's see what happens when the garbage truck hits the front of that vehicle for Forklift and Friends. Garbage truck just flies all the way over all the other vehicles. What a jump! That is amazing, and he lands right up in the front. Unfortunately, he did not make a recovery, and he's just kind of sitting there done. Does not look promising, and the secret weapon remains deployed. But what a jump. Just a beautiful arc. Too bad he couldn't land it, but it is a garbage truck after all. 24 hours now for the Shredheads. 24 hours just pushes that secret weapon back up into the truck. He's not interested in going off of that thing and surviving a jump. He just pushes him out of the way. Santa's hot tub now for Santa's Slayers. All the Santa Slayers team's hopes rest on this one remaining car that they've got in this match. They want Santa's hot tub to be safe on the track, and right now he's pretty well locked in. Just depends on what happens when the Ecto-1 plows into the back of him for Wiener Magic. Ecto-1, oh man, that was a nice kill shot right there, and 24 hours gets flipped on his head on top of Santa's hot tub. It doesn't look like a great position to be in, but it's actually not bad. With a little pushing, he might recover. Here comes Eye Candy for the Undercurrent. Eye Candy goes directly underneath Ecto, and Ecto, as usual, makes an amazing recovery. Just flips right side up off the top of Santa's hot tub. Great recovery, and there you go. 24 hours is about recovered. And here comes the stunt master himself, Triple Threat. Triple Threat takes Eye Candy straight out of this match. Look at that hit. Sends him on top of the Sakura Sprinter, but Eye Candy cannot make the kind of stunt recovery that Triple Threat can. The Copperhead's being very aggressive here and really trying to make a dent in Emerald Undercurrent's numbers in this match. But Triple Threat is going to have to survive another threat here. Ground Effects is going to go right under him, and it does, but look at that recovery. Triple Threat can survive any kind of hit. Look at how many times he spins in the air, and of course, lands it perfectly. You just can't take him down. So many times we've seen Ground Effects just assassinate cars when they hit them like that, but it doesn't work. Not with Triple Threat. Amazing recovery. Copperhead's got to be pleased. Rev Rod, speaking of amazing recoveries, here he comes. Rev Rod smashes into ground effects, starts to push him off the edge. He's basically curbside right now. That could be bad. We'll see what happens. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Get ready for a lot of cars to take flight here, folks. It's the Cadillac Escalade. Look out. Cadillac Escalade. Wow, did you see that car fly? Ground effects goes all the way up to the top of the heights chart and goes off the track. He's gone. Where did he even land? I think he landed in another county or something. We're going to have to... Okay, so he goes over the fence, completely over the fence, and there we go. This cutaway shot will show you he landed that somehow, and he is outside the bounds of where we can even get a camera shot. So that's the first time that's ever happened before. He went outside the fence. So a huge hit there from the Escalade, but actually doesn't manage to take any cars out. That was an amazing recovery by ground effects. Here comes the Honda, and the Honda punches into the back of the Escalade, but can't really do anything except send Rev Rod a little bit farther off the track, but of course Rev Rod is fine over there, and the Honda backs all the way back up down the track. Toe Jam has to push him all the way back down into the Escalade. Honda didn't want to be anywhere near that vehicle, but now the tow truck has pushed him up there, and they are in position. Cars are backing up down the track right now. Next up for the shred heads, it's gonna be Carbide. Carbide just neatly plants himself right underneath Toe Jam. That was amazing. It's like he just stuck Toe Jam on top of himself to protect himself or something, like a little helmet. Tire Fryer now for the undercurrent. Tire Fryer takes Carbide and Toe Jam off the field, but doesn't do any damage, and the Honda's over there. Now look at this. Santa's hot tub flips over right at the end. That is tragic. If he doesn't get flipped back over again, their team's out of this match. Custom spoiler for the Copperheads. Custom spoiler pushes into Tire Fryer, and that Escalade is in danger. Halfway off the track, just pulling off a balancing act there. Look at that. That's not going to be good. Oh, and look who's coming up next. Yeah, I'm worried about this. Oh, and one slick little maneuver later, LaMelt has taken out Custom Spoiler and knocked the Escalade sideways on the edge of the track. LaMelt was the final car for this round. Those cars are not going to get a chance to recover. They're done. And look at this. The articulated bus is out up in the front. That means that Massive Transit is out of this match. It's unbelievable. Everybody thought this team was going to do so well in this match, and look at this. They are out. A huge upset there by LaMelt. Emerald Undercurrent are now down to 3. They see me rolling, and Copperheads only have 1 apiece, as well as Wiener Magic and Forklift and Friends, and Junkyard Domestic got 2 left. Massive Transit and Santa's Slayers are out of this match. Unbelievable upset here. Emerald Undercurrent, 22 points, a pretty sizable lead at this point, and the Caped Cruisers and the Shredheads are tied with Copperheads and Junkyard Domestic Market, 1 point behind them. And with the loss of Santa's hot tub, that is going to make it so only 4 of the reigning cars have a perfect record out of the starting 14. And the running order for round 4 is up. Emerald starting us out, followed by Caped Cruiser. Emerald sending down Berserk. This is becoming a bit of a tradition for them. But when you got something that works, then you keep doing it, and it's been working great for them so far. Berserk's always surviving these initial hits. Aquaman's gonna try to take him out again. Aquaman pushes Berserk off the track, and as usual, Berserk is fine. Caped Cruiser's got to be feeling pretty good about being tied for second place right now. They do not even appear on the fan favorites predictions as surviving this match. They might have something else to say about that. Sakura Sprinter is up now for JDM. Will the secret weapon deploy? And it does not. He pushes up into Aquaman, but this kind of gently comes to a stop, and it's not enough force to get that secret weapon to pop out. And here comes 24 Hours. He does not like that car, but look at this. He actually goes underneath it and forces the Mazda out. So now the secret weapon is deployed. This could be a bad move by 24 Hours. Should have been a little bit more careful about where he hit right there, but now it's too late. Rev Rod's down next. Rev Rod just punches 24 Hours off the track, but 24 Hours, great recovery there. A full flip, and he lands on his feet, and Rev Rod kind of gets in position. I think there's going to be a launching of some sort. Rev Rod, pretty good at these things. Ecto 1. Ecto 1 sends the Rev Rod flying up in the air. Look at that jump. It's beautiful. He hits the crates and he lands it. Unfortunately, look at this. Ecto 1, never been eliminated, just flops over on his side. The Ecto just ran out of gas and just could not get out of a bad position. We'll see if he can make a recovery. Toe Jam. Toe Jam pushes the Mazda secret weapon back up into the back of that truck and then goes under the ramp of the Sprinter. Now, I don't even think we've ever seen that happen before. That could make things very interesting. Speaking of interesting, triple threat. Nice hit on Toe Jam there. Pushes him off the track, but now that ramp is back down again. Right now, the Ecto won the only likely elimination in this round. Tire Fire's gonna try to change that. Triple threat is lofted into the air and lands on top of the Sprinter. If cars could be gymnasts, I think that triple threat would obviously be one of the best gymnasts around. It's just an amazing hit, and then he lands on top. Where can't this car go? It's just testing the limits of physics, it seems like. Ground effects now. Ooh, and a devastating hit there from ground effects, and that is going to put Tire Fryer on his head. That could be another casualty for Emerald Undercurrent right there. A great hit, and of course, triple threat lands on his feet off the top of that vehicle now. Honda NSX for JDM. The Honda snaps ground effects into the back of that Mazda, and he is about to be propelled off the track. It looks a little iffy right there. Let's see what Carbide gets up to. Carbide goes right under the Honda and just puts him on his back off the track. That was a professional hit job right there. Nice job, Carbide. And again, the final car of this round, round 4, is gonna be LaMelt. LaMelt doesn't do all the damage that LaMelt is known for. Manages to almost get ground effects upside down, but can't quite do it. So not as devastating as last round, lucky for these teams. We are gonna lose some cars though. It looks like we lost the Ecto 1, the Honda, and Tire Fryer. That's 3 more cars out of this match, one of them for the Undercurrent, which levels the playing field a little bit. Caped Cruisers and Shredheads both have 2 now. They see me rolling. Copperhead's still got 1 left in this match, and Wiener Magic is now out because of the loss of the Ecto. JDM down to 1, Forklift still at 1. Not a whole lot of movement on the scoreboards. Emerald's still up there with 30. Caped and Shred still tied for 2nd, and Copperheads and JDM tied for 4th. And then there were 3. With the loss of Ecto, we just got the Sprinter, the Rev Rod, and 24 hours left on this list. 7 teams remaining. Let's go round 5. We're gonna start out with a different team than Emerald this time, finally. It's the Caped Cruisers starting up first. Sending down Aquaman. Aquaman slots into position nicely, and LaMelt is going down first this time. They're switching it up here at Emerald. And oh my, that is why they switched it up. Look at that perfect takedown. LaMelt just puts Aquaman on his back, sees an opportunity and took it. That was nasty. Caped Cruisers are reeling from the loss of that car. Shredheads send down Carbide. Carbide cannot get underneath or go over LaMelt. Just kind of sticks him in the back. But the Shredheads got to be happy they've got something that can kind of counter the back of LaMelt there. Rev Rod now. Rev Rod smacks the back of Carbide, and if I'm not mistaken, it looks like those 2 cars up front might be stuck together. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, you can see the very front of Carbide kind of over the top, but then his bottom fin is actually underneath. Looks like they're basically wedged together for the remainder of this round. We'll have to get the crew out there to unstick them after this round is over. Next up is the Sprinter. Sprinter collides with Rev Rod, and Rev Rod makes a great recovery, and there goes the secret weapon out the back. So no casualties there, but now that Mazda is set up. Triple threat is used to this threat. Can he handle it again? Triple threat. Oh no! I can't see him from behind the Sprinter. We're gonna have to get a better shot. There we go. And that does not look promising. If he stays in that position, his luck might have finally run out. That may have been the 3rd threat. Toe Jam now for Forklift. Toe Jam's front bumper collides with that Mazda, and he doesn't take flight. Unfortunately, it might have been better if he had. That force kind of forced him off the track, and now he's sideways and potentially out of this match. That would mean Forklift and friends are also out of this match. Ground effects, a surprisingly ineffective hit on that secret weapon, but look at this. The Sprinter is curbside. I don't think we've ever seen that. That might be the first time the Sprinter has ever shown a weakness on the track. Buzzerk now. Buzzerk annihilates ground effects, and I've got bad news for the Caped Cruisers. Their hopes of being a part of this match any longer may have just ended. Shredheads are going with 24 hours, final car of this round. 24 hours just does a little nudge to Berserk, and that is going to end the round, and this has been a devastating round. 3 teams are out of this match after this round. Unbelievably, Cape Cruisers lost both of their vehicles this round. Copperheads lost Triple Threat, and Forklift and Friends lost Toe Jam. And that is going to leave us with only 6 cars in this match. Emerald still sits atop the scoring with 40 points. Shredheads at 31 now, decisively in second place, and 2 cars left. Junkyard down in third. And They See Me Rolling still in this match at 19. And then there were 4. 2 teams with 2 cars, 2 teams with 1 car. Shredheads has 2, and here comes Carbide. As he takes his place on the field of battle, this is round 6, and all bets are off here. Lamelt is going down next. Emerald's still on top, and they can't quite take Carbide out. There's no bumpers getting stuck together this time, but Lamelt can't get Carbide off the track, but it could still happen. The Sprinter's up next. The Sprinter gonna have to survive going off the back of Lamelt unless that bumper is low enough to stop him from going off the back, and it is! In fact, it's so successful that he stomps on Lamelt, and Carbide gets flipped upside down, and the secret weapon deploys. A great run for the Sprinter there. That was very strategically powerful. Rev Rod does not go off the back of that Mazda, pushes him back up into the truck a little bit, but that secret weapon might already be neutralized just because of Rev Rod. Kind of an unexpected hit there. 24 hours? 24 hours! Oh my, look at this! The Rev Rod is catapulted over and over off the track, but as usual, bounces to perfection. Meanwhile, 24 hours flips upside down. This just happened to the Ecto 1 last round. Somehow Rev Rod can do this to cars. You might even call it the curse of the Rev Rod, because every time someone hits that car, they end up upside down. And Berserk goes flying up into the air. Look at that. Makes a great recovery after bouncing off the crates. Lands on Rev Rod and flips right over. That is clutch right there. And that, my friends, is going to end this match. Shredheads lost both of their team members. A team that's had an incredible ability to survive finally takes the fall in 2 in 1 round. Pretty unexpected. And that is going to give us our 3 finalists. Perfect records still remaining. Rev Rod and, of course, the Sprinter. And looking at the scoreboard, well, there are our top 3 finalists. Now, the Shredheads have a lot of points. They are out of this match, unfortunately, but the 4th place team with the most points at the end of the semifinals will actually qualify to be in the finals, so we may not have seen the last of the Shredheads. Well, how did your predictions fare? Not too shabby, although Massive Transit not living up to the hype. If you want to vote on who you think is going to win Heat 3, there is a link to the survey in the description of this video. Whoever guesses the closest gets a prize. And now, twisting and turning, spinning, Triple Threat proved in this match that it is one of the most interesting cars to watch in Junkyard Joust. Despite parts of the car falling off and pieces flying all over the place, this car is an acrobat, and it earned its place as today's 3 more teams are heading to the Junkyard Joust finals. And I don't know about you, but I'm really curious to see how that Sprinter goes up against the helicopter transport. And it looks like the Silver Slivers are going to get their rematch against Emerald Undercurrent. Don't forget to vote for who you think is going to win the next main event. It's Heat 3, and these are our teams. Graveyard Smash is back. How is Creature from the Black Lagoon gonna fare against these new teams? We'll find out next time. Don't forget to become a patron and support this show. Thank you so much to all my current patrons. Have a good one, and we'll see you next time.